Okay, so TikTok. Huh. I bet you're scrolling through it right now, maybe even as we speak.
Probably, yeah. It's everywhere these days.
But you've probably also seen the news, right? All this talk about it getting banned in the U.S. Well, today we are going deep.
Deep dive.
Deep dive, exactly. We've got court documents, news reports, the whole shebang. And we're going to figure out what's going on with this whole TikTok ban thing and what it might mean for, well, everyone.
Yeah, for everyone, really. It's a big deal. And actually, it goes way beyond just TikTok, you know?
Oh, yeah?
We're talking about, like, national security, free speech, politics, the future of social media. It's kind of wild.
Okay, so first things first. Big news just dropped.
Yeah.
TikTok just lost their appeal
They did.
against the U.S. government's plan to, well, ban them.
Right. The U.S. Court of Appeals basically said, nope, the government's plan to ban the app, totally constitutional.
Whoa, okay, so back up a sec.
Picture.
This all goes back to that law President Biden signed earlier this year.
President in April, yeah.
The one that basically says, TikTok, you've got until mid-January 2025 to cut ties with your Chinese parent company, ByteDance or Bye-bye.
Exactly.
And TikTok, of course, they tried to fight this, right?
Yeah.
Saying, hey, wait a minute, this ban violates our First Amendment rights, our freedom of speech.
Yep.
But the court didn't really buy it.
Not really, no. And this is where it gets kind of juicy, you know, the whole national security thing.
Okay, yeah, break that down for us.
So the court specifically pointed to this thing called the Foreign Adversary Nation Clause. It's basically a rule that lets the government restrict speech if they think, you know, it's protecting national security from a hostile foreign power.
Okay, so basically the U.S. government's big worry, and maybe it's yours too, is that this Chinese parent company, ByteDance, they could be forced to hand over all sorts of user data to the Chinese government.
Right. We're talking your videos, your messages, heck, even your location data. All that stuff could potentially end up in the hands of the Chinese government.
And that's not all. There's also this fear about, you know, algorithm manipulation.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Imagine if the Chinese government could tweak TikTok's algorithm, you know, to make the U.S. look bad or push certain political agendas or...
It's scary, right? Think about it. They could influence what millions of Americans see and hear every single day.
And of course, TikTok's like, nope, not happening. We'd never do that.
But even the possibility is enough to make people nervous.
Yeah, it really shows just how much distrust there is between the U.S. and China right now and how that's spilling over into the tech world.
Totally.
Okay, but buckle up because this is where things get even weirder. Remember former President Trump?
Oh, yeah. How could we forget?
He's the one who first tried to ban TikTok, right? Back in his first term.
Right.
But now he's saying he wants to save it.
It's a total head scratcher, right?
It is. And remember, Trump, he's got a huge following on TikTok, like over 14 million followers.
I know, it's crazy. Is he playing some kind of 4D chess here? Trying to control TikTok from both sides? Who knows?
Yeah, it really makes you wonder, is all this really about national security? Or is it just, you know, a political game?
Yeah, hard to say for sure. But here's the thing, Trump. He's back in the White House in January, right? Just a few days after that ban deadline.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. So his opinion on all this could be a pretty big deal.
Huge deal, yeah.
So what's TikTok doing in all of this? Are they just taking this lying down?
Nope, not at all. They're fighting back. They're taking this whole thing to the Supreme Court.
Wow, really?
If they're saying this ban is censorship, it's based on bogus information, and honestly, they've got a point. Over 170 million Americans use TikTok. If it just vanished overnight, people would freak out.
You think?
Yeah.
And it's not just the U.S. that's worried about TikTok, right?
Right.
The U.K., they've already banned it from government phones.
Right.
And right here at home, 13 states are suing TikTok, saying it's harming kids' mental health.
Yeah, this is definitely a global concern at this point. It's a big deal.
It really makes you wonder, even if TikTok wins at the Supreme Court, can they survive all this pressure from governments and lawsuits all over the world?
Right. It's a tough spot to be in.
Okay, wow, we just threw a lot of information at you, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
National security, free speech, political drama, international intrigue.
Mm-hmm.
But what does it all mean for you, the person scrolling through TikTok right now?
Yeah, what's going to happen to those dance challenges and viral trends we all love?
Yeah, are they going to be gone? Is TikTok going to vanish? Or will it have to change, adapt somehow?
Or maybe, just maybe, it comes out of all this even stronger. Who knows?
It really is a million-dollar question. But I think one thing's clear. This whole TikTok situation, it's not just about one app.
Definitely not.
It's about the power of social media in our world. how it can be used for good or bad, and just how vulnerable it can be to, political pressure, international pressure.
It really makes you think. How do we balance the need for national security with individual freedoms, especially in this digital age?
It's a big question.
It is. And it's only going to get more complicated as technology keeps evolving.
So, yeah, stay tuned, folks. This story is far from over.